Later this week, you can find Highwire master Philippe Petit in his natural habitat, on top of the world. His, Martha Teichner tells us, is a lofty profession.
The red line is the wire. We know it's 20 feet high at the top of the two posts. And we know
on Wednesday and Thursday, Philippe Petit will walk a high wire across the nave of St. John the Divine in New York City, the world's largest cathedral. Those specks down there? Philippe Petit and me.
my love for magnificent places and my love for walking on the tightrope and sharing with an audience, my passion has not changed.
He's walked this space many times before. But this week's walks will not really be about here and now. They'll be a celebration of that other walk, the one he spectacularly took 50 years ago on August 7th, 1974, between the Twin Towers, a quarter of a mile up.
There is somebody out there in a tightrope walk.
I can see a photograph and immediately that pulls me into remembering not only with my brain but with my body.
He crossed back and forth 8 times in 45 minutes. For the Oscar-winning documentary, Man on Wire, he wanted this music by Eric Satie.
The first gymnopédie is a piece of music that is made of suspension, is made of silence, it's made of hesitation, it's made of nothingness.
Just like his dance in the sky.
I had conserved my sense of rebellion and my sense of poetry.
He was impish, playful, and a bit cocky when the NYPD hauled him off to the station.
Why did you do this?
When I see a beautiful place to put my wire, I cannot resist.
Philippe Petit was charged with trespassing and disorderly conduct, a colossal understatement for what he called his coup. The charges were later dropped.
In French, when you rob a bank, it's a coup. You know what you say in America, the caper.
For months, Petit performed in the streets of New York to finance the stealth operation. He and his accomplices skulked around, sneaking into the still unfinished World Trade Center, plotting how to get their equipment inside and how to string a wire between the towers.
So that's the first thing.
Using a bow and arrow. So this is the very one.
Yeah.
Did you like all that trickery?
Oh, I love it. We are 80 stories high.
Overlooking where the Twin Towers used to be.
So it's interesting to know that at the Twin Towers, I was actually 30 stories higher. I stop in the middle of one of my walk and I sit on the cable. I was able to look and to marvel at what I was looking at and thinking nobody in the world had ever walked so high and nobody has seen what I am seeing.
And nobody would ever again.
I was actually walking right there and...
after the destruction of the Twin Towers on 9/11.
Inside my heart, they're not gone. And that's what you do when somebody you love dies. You carry them with you and they're still alive in some way.
Philippe Petit is 74 now, about to turn 75. He lives in upstate New York and has a high wire in his backyard. He likes to say age means nothing to him. His performance on Wednesday will be, by his count, his 100th public walk. Rehearsing for it, his concentration is ferocious, his preparation fanatical, as if his life depended on it, which it does.
There is no fear. Why should I make a mistake if I put my entire mind and body into feeling myself being alive? And even if really I know my body is slowly refusing to get my brain's order, still I will have the joy of rediscovering the magic of balance every day by practicing. This is the actual historic, one would say legendary, cable that I used between the Twin Towers. And it was very long, so I cut it.
Walking it half a century later, he's still the rebel poet, still defying anybody who says, no, you can't.
Excellent. Absolutely perfect on the first try. Okay.